You've heard the headlines, the rumors, the stories, and now you'll hear it from me. I'm here to set the record straight and talk about what really matters. Unfiltered, unapologetic, real. It's time to get things off my chest.
This episode is sponsored by Rooms and More, the most powerful travel platform on the planet. Why pay more for travel when you don't have to? Go to roomsandmore.net, click on Try It Out, and see our prices compared to the major online booking sites. If you like what you see, use promo code OMC for a 50% discount. Off My Chest Sports Show is sponsored by Top Bet Plays. Are you ready to take your sports betting game to the next level? Look no further than Top Bet Plays on Patreon. Right now, you can get the rest of the baseball season and the full football season for over 40% off compared to the regular price of the full football season alone. That's the deal you don't want to miss. At Top Bet Plays, we bring you the best parlays, overs, and unders meticulously analyzed and designed to maximize your win. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or just starting out, our expert picks will give you the edge you need. Join our community today and gain access to exclusive betting insights, weekly picks, and detailed analysis that you won't find anywhere else. Head over to patreon.com/topbetplays and become a member now to start winning big.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. It's Off My Chest. I'm here with my co-host, Loopy the Blogger. What's up, champ?
What's up, baby boy?
And I'm here with the legendary legend, Mr. Jose Canseco.
So Major League Baseball messed it up again, and we're going to hear why. Let's start with that. I heard they messed up again. Of course, that's what they do. Mess up on a consistent level, control the environment. They never do the right thing. So what happened?
Man, I was going to get into did American Airlines get back to you?
I had nightmares last night about American Airlines. I was stuck in an airport and on a plane for 25 hours. But you want to hear something funny? American Airlines has not called me yet. Usually when I tweet about something, I kid you not, within 24 hours, I'm getting a call back. Mr. Canseco, how can we fix the problem for you? American Airlines, get some pilots, and of course, get some black pilots, because I hear we have no black pilots. I've never seen a black pilot in my life. So let's fix that issue. But we have another issue now that, again, Major League Baseball tripped over his own 2 feet by, I think, by over-reprimanding a player. But let's hear it.
So you said over-reprimanding.
Oh, for sure.
So obviously, Loopy came to me and said, hey, man, that was a big problem today, man. The young kid was mic'd up, and he said some things.
And you know what's funny? He wasn't even mic'd up. Another hot mic caught him.
Oh, so basically this young man, Jarren Duran, was at home plate, and what happened was there was a fan, and you can clearly hear the fan. He was like, you need a tennis racket. You need a tennis racket. You need a fucking tennis racket. You need a... And then finally he looks up, and he goes, shut the fuck up, you...
You what? What did he say? Listen, I don't speak sign language. You're going to have to enunciate.
He said, shut the fuck up, you fag.
What?
Rachel, put the camera on me.
Did he say, what did he say?
He told the fan to shut the
Ooh.
Right. That's
okay,
what he
so that's what he said.
And that
you
broke the internet.
Okay, so what happened? What did Major League Baseball do? Because I know they like to get involved with everything. What did they do in our woke society that you can't basically say anything or look at anybody sideways without getting reprimanded, arrested, accosted, beat up? So what happened? Now, Major League Baseball, of course, went woke also, and probably overreacted to what did they do to this player. I know they did something
So
to
my
the player.
thing is, right, 2 games is bullshit. If you're gonna suspend them, get rid of him for 80 games. If it's such a bad thing,
It's either nothing
he got caught up in
or
the heat of the moment.
Correct.
It was all heat of the moment shit. He's out there.
Correct.
He's an athlete.
There was no malice. There was no intention. It was heat of the moment. You pissed the guy off. He said something that the meaning really was taken out of proportion. Now, if you're going to reprimand an athlete, either give him something huge, a 2-game suspension. What is that?
They're just trying to clean their face. Like,
exactly.
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean?
What is that? A 2-game
suspension.
That's nothing. That doesn't solve an issue. The individual who he called a faggot, that doesn't solve the issue for him. And it solves no issue for nobody. I mean, 2-game suspension.
You know what's
you either
funny,
say,
though?
yeah.
The Red Sox suspended him, not even MLB.
Well, I think
Well, internally, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
obviously.
so the Red Sox are the ones who suspended him for 2 games.
And
it
that-
wasn't even the MLB.
Yeah, that is so weird. Why would the Red Sox go out of their way to suspend a player when the suspension has no meaning because of the size of the suspension? That makes no sense whatsoever. Because on one way they take it as, oh, that's just a slap in his hand. They
Yeah.
didn't do anything.
That was
He
what they
called
were
me a
saying on
faggot.
Twitter.
He offended a group of people. No, he didn't. And on the other hand, you're like, God, 2-day suspension?
he makes $760,000 a year, so his 2-day suspension is going to cost him, I think, $8,600 for the 2 games or something like
Yeah,
that.
but I don't think it's the money issue. I think it's a
It's
social
the
dilemma
it's the
issue.
LGBTQ
Exactly.
issue.
That's the issue.
They're
But it
spenders.
doesn't solve any issue in any case. It doesn't do anything for anybody. That's the funny part about it. It makes the issue worse. If you suspend for 2 days, it attracts attention to the issue. That's the problem. Oh, now, yeah, he did something wrong. Oh, my God. He said a really bad word, which is crazy. In
Yeah.
our woke society, that's out of control. So it really does nothing. All it does is attract unwanted attention.
Yeah.
And at the other end, 2-day suspension. Oh, now he did something wrong, so they're going to suspend him for 2 days? That's ridiculous. The suspension...
So if Jose
It's improper.
Canseco was the commissioner, I'm going to ask you both.
Okay.
Right.
If Jose Canseco was the commissioner of Major League Baseball, what do you find this young man for saying that outburst the way he did? What do you find
Me?
him? No,
okay.
All right, hold on. Let me go ahead. Let's go ahead. Loopy, let me hear what you
To
got
be
to say.
honest, a public apology and
Why?
No, just you
Why?
gotta say
You get more attention.
The
No.
LGBT community are customers.
Absolutely
they have a
not.
month in MLB. They got a whole month, if I'm not mistaken. Or
If the
weekend.
sexual preference was really attacked in a very malicious way, yes. But it wasn't. It was a player who was pissed off. He used a word that probably didn't know the context or the meaning of in today's society.
So look, if he
so
didn't
it doesn't
mean
matter.
If he didn't mean it, why not show face and apologize? It's not.
He
that
did. He
serious.
did apologize.
No, that's what I'm saying. I
He
would
came
have him
right.
apologize.
He came right out
Address-
after the game and said,
address
"Hey,
everybody
I
and
said
that's it."
a really horrific. Let me just." He
But
said,
why is it so horrific? I don't get why that word is so horrific. I don't understand it.
The whole world was watching, man. Kids,
So what?
Kids watch. Kids love baseball. You know what I mean? There's good
You
kids
blow,
out here that are getting
but
raped
you
by
blow
their
the
parents.
situation out of proportion.
That's what they're gonna do. They're
you
gonna put it
give
under a
attention
microscope.
to it. It's just it's nobody. No, you know what? He was under duress. He was stressed out. It was heat of the moment type deal. Of course, he didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Don't give it more attention than what it should have. He didn't know the individual's sexual preference. Analyze it. Do an investigation. Then find a weak spot. Then use that word. That's different. That's malicious. I get that.
He probably
but it
did
wasn't malicious in any way, shape, or form. No way.
So let me just read what he said. He said, during tonight's game, I used a truly horrific word when responding to a
that
fan.
was created by their team.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
absolutely.
Duran said, in a statement released by the Red Sox on Sunday, I feel awful knowing how many people I offended and disappointed. I apologize to the entire Red Sox organization, but morally importantly, to the entire LGBTQ community.
That's ridiculous.
Our young fans are supposed to be able to look up to me as a role model, but tonight I fell short on that responsibility. I will use this opportunity to educate myself and my teammates to grow as a person.
Overkill.
Pretty much everything I just said. There's
Overkill.
Kids watching. It was that shit
Overkill
went viral.
completely. Giving more
But I didn't
attention
care
to our
about
woke
it.
society. Overkill completely.
I didn't care about it. It
And
didn't
of
bother
course,
me.
that apology was orchestrated by the boss of Red Sox.
By ChatGPT.
Probably written and saying, you know what, we're going to give you a 2-day suspension. We're going to write this for you. And if you don't say it, we're going to suspend you more. We're going to consider suspending you more. Ridiculous pressure, peer pressure from his team. They blew it out of proportion.
That will never happen in your day?
Hell no.
So
In my days, no. That woke mentality wasn't
fucking
around.
fans
So,
up
so
in your
since you
day.
say that,
Hell yeah.
since you say that, I did a little research. In 2017, let me see. Excuse me. The Matt Joyce, outfielder for the Oakland A's at the time, was suspended 2 games for using an anti-gay slur at a fan. The same season, then Toronto outfielder Kevin Pillar was banned 2 games for after using a similar slur used by Duran at Atlanta reliever Jason Mote, whom believe had struck him out on a quick pitch. In 2012, infielder Yunel Escobar received a 3-game suspension for wearing a black eye stickers. You know, you have the stickers underneath the eyes with the anti-gay slur in Spanish. So there's
that's different. See, that's a different content. That was thought
malice.
about. That's malice. That was premeditated. That was thought about.
So what you're saying
different.
is you think because he's in the heat of the moment, it's not meant the way it comes out.
Correct.
Right? It's not
100%.
Yeah, it's not that way. So
right.
He's just in there. But let me ask you this question. At what point do you zone these fans out? Because they are human and you know, like...
Yeah, but you as a player are human too.
Yeah. Right.
That's what fans don't understand. You have emotions and feelings
That's
too.
what
You're
I'm
human.
saying is the players are human. It's like a comedy show. Like when the guy's heckling you as a comedian. Like at some point you're like,
that's a different environment.
Shut the fuck up, right?
Yeah. Well,
so
that's a different environment. You go into the environment that you understand, and you know what's about to take place. Like I've gone to comedy shows, and I've gone to Carrot Top's comedy show, and he did a little skit about being steroids. I understand that. I walked into that situation, so you've got to handle that. You know that's what's going to happen. It depends.
You mean
on
the guy who takes steroids himself?
Yeah, exactly. Carrot Top. I mean, hilarious. I went to his show. He knew I was there.
He's like. Have you ever seen Carrot Top?
Oh, he's jacked.
He's Diesel,
bro.
bro.
He did steroid. He was bigger than me.
Yeah,
he
he's
was
Diesel,
jacked.
bro.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedian.
Yeah, Carrot
hilarious.
Top with the
He's
red
here.
hair.
He's here in
everything.
Vegas. He's hilarious.
Yeah.
Carrot
Carrot
Top.
Top.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Funny show. You go see it. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I feel like So all right, let me ask you this question. You being in comedy, have you ever been somewhere and someone heckled you or someone you go somewhere and like, fucking Loopy the blogger, you piece of shit, you motherfucker. Like, you ever had that happen to you or anything like that or no?
everybody loves Loopy. Come on.
Only in my comments.
Only so the internet gangsters.
And then look, I responded to the guy, right?
Yeah.
I told him the SMD.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, that was probably the
What's
worst
that
thing I
SMD
did.
mean? I don't. Oh, suck my dick.
So I tell him that, right? And yo, he took that personal. And this was the time that my Instagram was lit with like 200K following, the beginning. So when he came at me, all my followers started frying him.
Yeah.
He took that shit personal. This dude was a gangster from Brooklyn.
Uh-oh.
Bro, do you know they set me up, had a whole video shoot, paid me $2,000. He came. I didn't know who he was or whatever. Some guy comes up to me from La Mega he worked in, allegedly. La Mega se pega. So he said, yo, this is my boy. I lower my, because dude was a little motherfucker. I lowered to give him a shit. I'm like, yo, what up, man, Loopy? He was like, what? I was like, what up, man, Loopy? Motherfucker socked the shit out of me. Boom! Damn. So then I'm like, what the hell? I didn't expect that. Then a fat marshmallow man, like he was light skinned like a marshmallow man and everything.
Hey, leave us light skinned.
No, but listen, he was super light skinned like the marshmallow Michelin man. He punched me. I was like, dude, you hit
They
like
both
a girl.
hit you?
Yeah, they both.
Where was
hit
I
me.
at? I would have protected your ass.
I wish. But look, they hit
God
like girls because they
damn.
didn't knock me out or nothing.
I know.
So what was the question again?
So the question was, have you ever been heckled? But
Oh yeah,
sounds
no,
like
I got heckled.
You got brain cells knocked out of your
in
ass.
The comments, and then they whooped my ass, man.
So
Oh my
okay.
God, poor Loopy.
Brooklyn, what up?
God damn, abusive. That was abusive.
So you playing in Major League Baseball?
Yeah.
Obviously, the fans are going to say everything under the sun.
Absolutely.
Was there ever a time that you lost it and snapped? You listen.
I think one time I actually had security guards escort the guy out. It was a Yankee Stadium. We were playing against the Yankees when I was in Oakland, and somebody had mentioned it was the time when I was caught in Madonna's apartment. It was the next game, and fans all screaming, Madonna, Madonna, Jose, where's Esther? Esther was my wife at the time. Madonna, Madonna, Jose, where's Esther? Then they started chanting something about Esther and Madonna, some weird chant. You know, New York and right field, take it up the ass, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, these people in New York and right field, they are vicious. I mean, they were throwing blow-up dolls at me. They were throwing coins. They were throwing empty Jack Daniel bottles. So I went to hit on the on-deck circle, and the guy was just laying into me, let me have it. I didn't lay back into him verbal in the sense of insulting him. I just had security escort him out.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But, oh, my God, as players, we get abused all the time, especially back then. In today's woke society, you don't say much to players, but back then, Oh my God, are you kidding me? Playing right field Yankee Stadium with the Madonna issue hit the new stands, and then the time the ball hit off my head.
Yeah.
Excuse me? These fans were relentless, just crushing me day in, day out. I mean, just killing me.
You kept it together, though, man.
But, I mean, what I did was, of course, when the steroids, I just would flex at them, show them the bicep, and they'd love it. They said, oh, my God, Canseco's a cool dude. He's not getting mad. He's flexing for us.
But
he's entertaining us, and they love that shit.
Yeah.
You're telling me in how many years you played in Major League Baseball?
17.
And not one time there's that one asshole that you're having a
Well,
bad
I wanted
day.
to, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, just that one guy.
Of course, there was several guys, but you just can't engage them in a negative way.
Nah, you
all you can do
definitely
is
You know
Yeah.
when I get pulled over,
Yeah.
you can tell like officers, they may have a bad day. And the last time I got pulled over was a while back, and I could tell the guy was having a really crappy day. And I just looked at him. I said, "Hey, I'm sorry for whatever you're going through. Here's my license and registration.
Exactly.
You're entitled to a bad day," is what I told him.
Absolutely, that's the best way to treat him.
And he came back. He was like, "Thank you, my man. Here you go. You have a nice day." Right.
Right.
And
the right
I
way.
could just see he was having a bad day. But you don't have that because I pay $600 to sit behind home plate to talk to you.
You got to take a certain amount of criticism. It's part of the game, guys. It's part of our structure, and of course, you take the criticism as you take the accolades.
Did it fuel
all.
you? Did it fuel you at any point?
I don't think it fueled me, but it was. I don't think it fuels you or motivates you. You just do what you do, no matter what. You understand that that's part of the game. That's part of the structure. Let me tell you, you could be leading the league in home runs, RBIs. You could be a triple crown candidate. Go to play an opposing club on their field, and you're going to get MF left and right.
Oh, my God, hell yeah.
Sometimes when you get MF like that, it's actually like they're saying you're a great player because you're destroying our team. So sometimes it's an accolade. It's a positive. You have to look at it that way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you suck, and sometimes your own fans get on you. That's just part of the game. It's part of the structure. It's part of what separates, I guess, average athletes from elite athletes. You got to be able to take that.
Would you ever see, like in basketball, like I've seen this in basketball where, I remember Jordan, there's a couple of clips out there on YouTube floating around where like Jordan's having like a regular game and then all of a sudden a fan starts talking and
turns up.
before you know it, he's like, fourth quarter, he's almost at 50 and they're blowing the team out. He's like, shh, telling the fans, shh. You woke the bear. Like they need that.
You lit that fire under
Yeah,
my
they
ass,
need that.
pause.
They need that a little bit. Like that never was motivation for you or anything like that. Or no?
I mean, everybody's different. Whatever works for certain individuals, no. I never felt like I needed to be motivated like that.
Did it fuck with you mentally?
No.
No.
It didn't bother
No.
you. You enjoyed it. You enjoyed it.
I remember I was one of the very
The
few
villain.
guys back then who was an entertainer. I was the villain, but I was also an entertainer. I knew how to entertain the crowd. I knew how to get them on my side.
Yeah.
And the best way of doing that is by acknowledging their existence. All they want is a little bit of attention. They want a little bit of acknowledgement. Jose, you suck. I'm like, yeah, that's right. They go, oh my God, he waved at me. I said something negative, but he said, oh my God, that's right. Oh my God. I'll never forget that moment.
Yeah.
So they just want acknowledgement.
Are there any rules with you and engaging with the fans? Like if you're in left field, right field, like
Well, as
can
long as you don't
engage
pull
with
them out of the stand and beat their ass.
Okay.
There's no rules. You can engage with them. You can say hi. You
Okay.
can stick your tongue at them.
Yeah.
I mean, I never used profanity at fans ever. I never.
So you were a
Yeah.
class act when it came to playing baseball.
It was on
for
City
the-
Hall.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, Loopy looked you up. You on Arsenio Hall.
I was on
watching
Arsenio.
it yesterday.
Arsenio
I'm
with his
like,
big
yo,
ass, long ass fingers. He shake my hand, his fingers touch the back of my neck or something. I mean, the man has the longest fingers. Seriously, it's like a spider monkey finger. His fingers like he'd shake my hand, his finger. God damn, Arsenio, where them fingers been? 'Cause
Make sure
touch me
we
with
tag
them.
Arsenio this week.
Wow,
Arsenio
yeah,
like
Arsenio.
that.
Long ass,
He
good
was the
dude,
man.
though.
I was watching.
Yeah, he was the
watching
man
that
back
dude.
then.
Yeah, no, Arsenio's man. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, listen. So, like, listen, man, I get it. It's unfortunate all the
Yeah,
way
it is.
around the board because he's a young player. He needs to learn from that. I guess the bigger question is, instead of using that word, is it just better off for these players to ignore them? I've seen LeBron and
Yeah.
NBA. I've seen LeBron get people escorted out of
Yeah.
there.
That happened to me
Exactly.
in
That's
Madison
what you
Square
really
Garden.
do. If they attack you in a certain way, a personal way, just get them taken out. That's all you do. You don't confront them and use a stronger word. Because if this fan said, Oh, it's funny because the fan said, "Oh, you need a tennis racket." What's the big deal? You need a tennis racket.
Yeah.
Then you're going
That
to
shit
use
was
a
corny.
stronger word back.
He
at
was
him.
persistent.
That
The
didn't
guy
make
was
sense.
pretty.
He was
He
nice.
did his job. Yeah, he did his job.
It doesn't matter.
The guy
I would have said, "Give me a tennis racket. You got one? I'll use it right now." And he
Yeah.
said, "Oh my God, look, he acknowledged me. He wants a tennis racket from me. Oh my God." That's how you actually get fans on your side, by acknowledging them in a positive way.
Yeah.
That's how you really do it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember a couple of years ago, I went to Madison Square Garden, right? I got some tickets from Courtney Lee. The Knicks are playing Cleveland. I got some nice seats, bro. He looked out. Yo, your ticket's gonna be at will call, right? So I try to bring that Yankee behavior into Madison Square Garden,
Oh,
bro.
gosh.
Bro, not even 5 minutes, homie came with the card.
Yeah.
And it was like a red card. And he told me, yo, you get one more of these, it's gonna be a yellow one. You'll never get to come back in here again. LeBron, they don't have that shit in there. You play around in there, you talking reckless, they packing your
So they
ass
hit you with
right
the
up.
red card.
Yeah, with the soccer card.
Like if you were a player.
Motherfucker, the usher, whatever he was.
Like if you
nigga
were a
came with
player.
the red- He was like, yo.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Hold this red card.
Pretty much you dead.
They
I
have
was
to put
like,
a red mark on your face. Red mark.
Yep. It
Another
was-
mark,
they
and
don't
you're out of
play
here.
that
I
shit.
see you. I see you.
And I try to bring that
Yeah.
Yankee Stadium energy in there.
No.
And people in there with nice suits on.
Yeah, that's different.
Fresh out of the Wall Street.
Right, that's
Wall
different.
Street. But they were looking at me as I was a peasant. Like,
They're
yo,
very preppy in
Lower
there.
your voice, you piece of shit.
You Yankee Stadium
You fucking
fan.
little creep. I know you snuck in these seats. Like, they were looking at me like I was crazy.
Well, Courtney Lee probably got in trouble. He probably, Courtney, why'd you get him those seats,
Hey, yo,
bro?
Courtney Lee, my fault, man.
All right, well, listen, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll gotta pay some of these bills, and we'll get right back.
fucking Billy, man.
I don't know what that was, but we'll be right back.
It means we're gonna pay the bills.
Hey, what if I told you that you could own your own travel platform and it would beat the rates of all of the major online booking engines? Your own portal that allows you to save money on your travel, and you can book for others and pocket the difference since your rate will beat the online big names. The best part is that your site has the exact same inventory that they do. Go to roomsandmore.net and use promo code TRAVEL4LESS to receive 50% off.
Welcome back to Off My Chest. I'm here with my co-host Loopy the Blogger
Hola.
and Jose Canseco, the
Joselito.
legend. So listen, let's get right back into it. We had to pay some bills with Rooms and More. If you go anywhere, please hit us up. We get the best rooms at discounted rates. We're good to go. And if you want to bet some parlays while you're on the road with us, and you need to hit to make some money in order to pay for those rooms, then go ahead and hit us up on our Patreon. We give out good games every day. I want to get right into it because me and you, once again, you brought up another guy to me the other day. We were talking. We were at the sports book, and
Okay.
Loopy's like, "Yo, this kid Hunter Green
Yeah.
is nice," and I'm like, "Oh, now we're cooking a little
Yeah,
bit."
yeah,
You and
yeah.
Jose were talking about the lumberjack the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
day,
yeah, yeah.
and now we got this guy Hunter Green. So I was explaining to you last year he wasn't as good.
Yeah.
He played good. He played well, right? This year went from a 4.9 ERA to a 2.90
Yeah, he's
ERA.
It's a huge difference, guys.
So I wanted to know
Huge difference.
Tell me what's the difference and what makes that happen,
Well,
Jose?
As an experienced player, there's certain things that pitchers are vulnerable to. Number one, he could have been in the past tipping off his pitches. Let me tell you something about hitting. Someone asked me one day, Jose, would you rather know what's coming or would you rather use steroids? I said, are you kidding me? You want to know what's coming. If you know what pitch is coming, the pitcher has no chance because then you can get its location with the pitch. So obviously, I think when you see a pitcher, he's 6'5", he's got a great pitching body. This kid throws upper 90s, 3 or 4 different pitches. I just saw a video of him pitching. The movement on his pitches are incredible, but that doesn't matter. That goes out the window if you know what's coming. So last year, 2 things could have happened. Either he was tipping off his pitches, hitters were picking up on something in his windup, or again, someone was giving away the signs. We know historically hitters have been notorious on deciphering signs, having cameras somewhere, a player on second base or on first base picking up certain signals that the catcher gives. That could have been the main issue because I don't see anything different in his velocity and the movement of his pitches. But the difference wasn't him. It was hitters, the way they were approaching him. Maybe they knew what pitches were coming. Maybe he was tipping off pitches. Maybe some way, shape, or form, they had a system to where They deciphered the catcher's mathematical fingers, how they throw down there. Because I don't see anything physically different enough to say that was the issue or that could have been the issue. For me, he was either tipping off his pitches or hitters knew what pitch was coming. No ifs, buts about it. And pitchers will tell you that. Pitcher's worst nightmare is knowing that the batter knows what's coming.
You think he could have been hurt?
No, because if you look at his velocity, no, he was not hurt. It didn't seem like he was hurt because his velocity of movement was almost the same. The fact of the matter is that doesn't matter. It goes all out the window. If you as a hitter know what's coming, doesn't matter.
So with that being said, I'm going to ask you
With that
this.
being said, let me tell you something. I know with Hunter Green in the last 2 weeks, I'm 2-0 on the 1.5 run line with him. He's
minus
cash.
a 1.5?
Yeah, minus, baby.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You try to.
I don't like
talk me into-
minus a 1.5. I like plus a
I've been
1.5.
going ham. We're gonna save it for later, but I've been going ham with the 1.5, and I did it twice with him. I'm 2-0 with him. Shouts to him. Hunter Green, you the man.
And so that's a big difference going from giving up almost 5 runs a game to giving up to 2.5.
That's a
2 points.
huge difference.
So
Because he could start for you. You know.
That's Cy Young kind of numbers.
Well, he's definitely
Yeah.
in the top
Yeah.
tier for the Cy Young NL. And, I just think playing on Cincinnati, he doesn't get that shine.
Last night when he was pitching, he was up 2-0 versus the Cards. I think all the way up to the 7th.
Yeah.
And then Cincinnati came up in the bottom of the 7th, and they hit a 2-run shot to make it 4-0.
And he throws 97, 98,
His
right?
location is phenomenal.
It's not just a velocity.
His location
his
is
velocity,
phenomenal.
his location, the movement on his pitches.
Woo!
Let me tell you, the only way you're going to center that ball is if you know where it's coming. For example, if I know a fastball's coming, it's going to be middle way. If I know a breaking ball's coming, just the pitch itself gives you the location of the actual pitch. If you know what's coming as a hitter, he could be throwing 110. The pitcher has no chance.
Yeah.
As long as you know what's coming, yes.
So let me ask you this: Randy Johnson, right, the great pitcher who you says that you don't like, that you didn't like to face. The big unit was 6'10". I don't know how much he weighed.
Like a $190. He was a string bean. He was all hair.
Yeah, 180,
So
190.
so I guess the question is, he was 225 at 6'10".
No way he was that heavy, like a toothpick.
6'10", 225, right?
Probably with
as hell.
cleats.
So let me ask you a question. Would you rather face, and see, that's what I'm saying. This kid is 6'5". This young man is 6'5", 245.
Big kid, yeah.
Yeah, he's a big. He looks
pitcher.
like another one that was in the woods with an axe,
That's
being
a big
a lumberjack.
boy. That's a big man.
Yeah.
A lot of them young pitchers is big boys, man.
Well, they're giants nowadays.
Yeah.
They're giants. They're literal giants.
I was looking at him last night. I was like, yo, this dude's a beast, man. This is number one starter type of vibes.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm gonna jump right into this because I wanted to bring that up because Paul Skeens obviously has a really good chance to maybe win the Cy Young, but I really like Hunter Green. I think he's one of the best pitchers in baseball, especially in the NL. But I also want to bring up. So we're going to talk about the injury reports that are going on around the
Oh,
league.
yeah.
We
my.
had 2.
Yankees, you in trouble.
Yeah, we had 2.
And I told you about that. They're in trouble.
Yeah, we had 2 injuries and kind of flip-flopped the opposite, right? Yeah. So we had the kid, Jazz, just came over from Miami.
Yeah.
Miami Marlins have dumped everyone off of their team. I just read the other day that they got rid of the front office. Everyone that was in
Pretty much everybody.
with Derek Jeter.
They're cleaning house.
They cleaned everybody.
They want a new environment.
Even when you
Yeah.
look at their games, they look like they're playing on 720. It's not even 4K. It's terrible. They got to fire the camera crew, the production, everybody, and start from scratch. Get some 4K in there. Get some lighter grass because that grass looks dirty. It's terrible over there.
So with
bro.
that being said,
the fuck is going on in
the
Miami?
Yankees lost the other day 13-3, I think it was, 13-2.
Yeah. 12-2.
12-2 when they lost the young man.
Chaz got hurt.
Yeah.
Hurt his elbow.
So he's out. So they don't know how long he's going to be out for, right? So we're talking, and I'm sitting here going, well, man, losing him, do the Yankees, does that
Like Jose was saying,
momentum go down a
like
little
Jose
bit?
was saying earlier, he was like a shot in their ass when they were struggling before he came.
Yeah.
When he came, they swept Philly. He was like a boost of energy, boost of life. Now you lose him, and it's like, and at the same time they lost him, they lost to the White Sox 12-2. That just last week they lost 20 games in a row and they just stopped that streak.
But what I'm saying is
but look, let me finish.
Okay.
So people are gonna have to step up now. People are gonna have to step up because
No chance.
the energy's gone.
even if he's still in the locker room, because if he's
No
out,
chance.
if he's out, he's still in the locker room, right?
Doesn't matter. You need him in that lineup. You need his bat. You need his enthusiasm. He's a leader. I told you and I warned you, Yankees. You lose one of your main guys, it's over for you. Now that forces you to do exactly what I said. You got to acquire 2 more players. Chaz is out.
But the trade deadline is over.
It doesn't matter.
Motherfuckers off waivers.
They can still do something. They can still acquire a player for a short amount of time. You got waivers. You can always negotiate a deal.
Yeah.
There's always a deal to be negotiated. The problem is I warned the Yankees. One of your 3 superstars goes down. You're dead in the water. You know it. I know it. Look at my eyes. You know it, and I know it. I'm a 17-year Major League veteran.
Relax.
I
Soto
know the
had 3
game.
home runs last night, papi.
You guys are done.
Soto had 3 home runs last night,
It doesn't
papi.
matter.
Against the
Let's
White
take it
Sox,
easy.
though.
Yeah, it's all good. Come
matter.
on, man. Those are
You
professional
need to acquire.
athletes, man.
You needed to acquire.
You acting like the Mets didn't get their ass whooped by the
It
A's
doesn't
last
matter.
night.
It doesn't
9-4.
matter. Even with Chaz, they needed to acquire a bona fide high on base individual, one more pitcher to win it all. You guys aren't listening. Now you're forced to listen to me. Now you're going to have to acquire that one high average on base percentage guy and the pitcher. Now you have no choice. So do what I'm telling you to do and win the whole thing. Don't be stubborn. Do it. Just do it.
Don't get left behind. Phillies are struggling. They lost to the Marlins yesterday, so the World Series is open. It's like a big gape hole.
Well, when you say that, now when I said the flip side to that,
Yeah.
Mookie Blaylock. I'm sorry, Mookie Blaylock.
Yo, shout out to you, Mookie. We thinking of you, baby.
yeah. Mookie Betts came back
Yeah.
for the Dodgers, and his first at bat, he looked absolutely horrendous. He spun around. I mean, he might as well just drilled himself into the ground.
I was scared of death.
And I said to myself, oh, he's anxious. He's anxious to hit one over that part. And the next at bat, he clocked one out. Now the Dodgers, are that team. But having him come back, then they have Mike Muncy coming back, right? Ooh. So are the Yankees and Dodgers going? Are they going to start heading in different directions?
I think
so. Or do you
so.
think the Yankees are going to be able to hang on? Because I think the Dodgers are like, it's time to turn it up from here on out.
Last 2 days in a row, I got the Dodgers 1.5, 145
minus
plus
one
money, minus plus one for plus money.
Yeah,
I caught them the day before yesterday for plus 155, and then yesterday I caught them again late plus 145. I love them. They're heating up right now, bro, and their pitching is buckling down.
So when you say they're heating up, the problem that I have is, this is why I say the NL is deeper to me. And when I say this, I mean, it just seems like it's a tighter race. But when I look at the AL and I think, well, Baltimore got to 70 games first, right? Baltimore got to 70 games first, right? And then the Yankees are at 70 games. The Guardians are at 70 games. So it's kind of thick over there in the East, as well. But I can tell you this. I can definitely tell you this. The Padres seem to be, they're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They seem to be chugging along. Mm-hmm. The Diamondbacks are starting to chug along, 8-2. The Dodgers are 7-3. So that West Division that I was telling you about the other day, the Brewers are 6-4. They're starting to start that engine up a little bit over there in the West. And I feel like the East, I'm not saying that they're not, but I just feel like the East is going to be a coin toss for me. I feel like the Orioles could end up coming out of there. I feel like the Guardians, who have a rich history in playing playoff baseball, not like the Yankees, but I just feel like there's a rich history in Cleveland when they were the Indians.
Yeah.
You see how we might offend some people now because they were the Indians? You see how that works?
Bottom line, you guys ever seen the movie Left Behind? That's going to be the Yankees.
Yeah.
Left behind. You're going to see how far they're going to fall behind the standings, and the Dodgers are going to run away with it.
As long as I put these tickets in and they cash, that's what I care about.
Yankees, you better make a move now.
It's just business.
Cashman, you better make a move now. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And you can't wait to see if the supporting cast is going to help Soto and Judge. They've been proven that they cannot do it. That's why you brought over Chas from the very beginning, because your supporting cast won't do it. It won't help them.
So when you say that, let's take a really good note. Yeah. It is Wednesday, the 14th. The Yankees are 71-50 going into this afternoon's games. In the AL Central, Cleveland is 71-49, just a little bit better record than the Yankees. And all I'm saying is, you said it here now that you're saying the Yankees are going to end up losing that top spot and not making it to the World Series.
Absolutely, they are on a free fall straight down, and they better fix the issue quick. Because once they start falling, they're not going to be able to recuperate. I'm going to make a prediction, a bold one. If the Yankees don't fix the issue they have right now, they don't have the supporting cast, they don't have the players to support their main superstars, you may find out that the Yankees may only finish up 7 or 8 games over 500 if they don't fix the issue right now.
You heard it first here.
And that's not enough to win.
You heard it first here.
Cashman, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You need to fix the issue now. Don't wait to see how the team can bounce back from this or what they're going to say. If the other supporting members, the supporting cast, you don't have a supporting cast for that team. And you basically don't have anyone in the minor leagues. You got to acquire talent right now to make this thing work. And let me tell you something, Cashman. If you don't fix this issue, your job is on the line. So get ready. Talk about pressure. That's your job, to fill these gaps, to make the team a better team. When there's a deficiency like there is right now, a huge one, it's going to force your hand to make decisions that maybe salary-wise or income-wise or mathematically-wise you don't want to make. But you know you're going to have to make them because you're going to get booed out of Yankee Stadium. Do it now. Don't wait 2 or 3 weeks from now. You got to do it now.
Loopy,
Jazz may not be back for the next 2 or 3 weeks.
This motherfucker's smoking something. The Yankees have Aaron Judge. Give him some runners on base. He'll make the game 4-0.
Yeah, what runners?
In an instant.
What runners?
Draw some
They only
walks.
have one.
Draw some walks.
They only have one guy, Soto. They only have one guy, Soto. Who else? Everyone else hitting 220, 190. That's it. Who else they got?
You never
Nobody.
out the game, though, when you got Aaron Judge and Soto, though, man.
Let me ask you
Doesn't
a
matter. He
question.
can hit solo home runs all day.
Let me ask you a question. You go out there, you're Brian Cashman, you get to go sit in his office and say, Brian, we got to get a player in here. Who are you going to go get?
I don't even know who's available.
You don't.
You create the.
This is straight
you gotta get
waivers.
something. Yeah.
Straight drunks.
No,
You go get a
can
pitcher.
make
Do you go
drunks
get
and Kenny Powers out there.
Do you go get it? Do you go get another on base guy? Do you?
First of all, let me tell you who you get. It's a long shot. What's that pitcher? That pitcher in Mexico?
I was going to say him.
Trevor Bauer.
Go get Trevor right now, brother. Right
I've been
now. I'm
campaigning
giving you some
for that,
advice.
man.
Go get Trevor right now.
I'll tell you this now.
He forced your hand. You've got to have because you're going to need another pitcher to offset the lack of offense that you have right now. You know what I'm talking about. You need a pitcher to offset the lack of on-base percentage, runs scored, the whole combination that Chaz brought into the lineup. Now you need another quality pitcher. Give the man a chance. I guarantee he's going to bust his ass for you and do well. Give the man a chance.
I say listen, Brian Cashman, let me tell you, if I could sit down with you, I would say, listen, I don't care what Major League Baseball says. That man, he's done his job. He's in the Mexican League right now. I know it's the Mexican League. Jose told me they're not the same hitters, but that guy is a Cy Young.
Well, he's proven it before. He's Cy Young. Cy Young winner before. He's proven he can pitch in the major leagues.
He's an artist.
Obviously.
He knows how to paint the corners.
He's hungry.
Yeah.
He's starving. Give him a
Yankees
chance.
If the Yankees are smart, man, you gave Darryl Strawberry a chance. Homie was smoking crack with the Mets, bro. Come on, man. Let Trevor Bauer play. Shorty lie.
I think he should. If they make that move, I think that because I've always
it's a step towards the right.
It's
the right.
100%.
And it'll light
It's a
the
step.
city on fire again. You get some more ticket sales.
I
But
definitely
right now,
think,
you don't have a choice.
I
He's
definitely
forcing
think
your
you go
hand.
pick him up. If you don't,
I agree.
We know the
100%.
Dodgers aren't going to pick him up. I was hoping the Padres, but there's something going on with that. And I think Major League Baseball sucks for that, for not letting that guy come in.
Yeah.
We don't have all the facts. I don't have all the facts. I know there's something wrong with it for them not to do it, but from the evidence that we saw that we do know about, that young man should be playing. So Trevor Bauer, keep playing. Hopefully we can maybe tag you in this and tag Major League Baseball to get you back in the league, because I would love to see you play, to be honest with you.
So would I.
I think you're
You
dope.
deserve it, definitely.
Off my chest stands with Trevor Bauer.
Yeah.
Free
Yeah,
Trevor
100%.
Bauer.
100%. Yeah,
Not guilty.
I think that would be good. So Mookie came back. Once again, I feel like the guy's the best, one of the best players in baseball.
He is.
All around.
Yes.
And I feel like he sparked the Dodgers.
Yep. Ohtani hit
No
a home
doubt.
run.
No
he
doubt.
hit a home run. He got like a double yesterday. Mookie was on fire.
Ohtani's on his way for the 40-40 club.
I believe so.
Is that the 40-40? Is that the PX 40-40?
This is something different. Yeah.
You think
But
he
I-
can get to 50-50 this year?
Ohtani?
Yeah.
No. He doesn't have enough time left. But 40-40, definitely.
He hit.
Can you imagine this guy doing the 40-40 and winning a Cy Young 1 year? You got to be kidding me.
That'll be crazy.
That's a freak. He's a freak.
Baseball belongs to the Japone.
Well,
After that, they're gonna have to
he's
change.
a freakazoid. I don't know what to tell you.
I think the Padres are going to come. And you know, I was thinking about you being the manager, and I thought to myself, I said, you know what? It wouldn't be bad for you to go down to Miami and be there because they're cleaning house. It wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt at all. I mean, they've gutted the whole team. They got rid of their pitchers, their relievers. I mean, they literally got rid of. I just saw today 2 executives in the front office, and that was from the Derek Jeter regime that came
Right.
in. Listen, I almost want you
It's
to
okay.
go.
Don't make me the.
You wouldn't take the managerial job for the Florida Marlins?
I'll take the GM job.
The GM job?
I'll take the GM job. Not the GM job. Yeah, I'll take that.
You would take that job.
Oh yes, absolutely.
First thing you would do as a manager, the general manager for the what would you do for that team? How could you get that team?
Well, you have no idea. First of all, you don't know how their systems run. So you'd have to go in and interact with their system and realize how it's done, how it works, how much authority the GM actually has over the owner. So it all depends because the owner could pull all the strings.
Yeah.
The GM could just be a puppet. So you never know how much power and authority the GM actually has. How the GM
I
gets
got a
along
great
with the
question
manager. It's very interesting.
I got a great question for you. What teams are more successful? A hands-on owner with the GM or just a business owner who doesn't give a fuck and lets the GM call all the shots? Has that happened in the league?
I think either answer could be a good answer because what happens is that the actual owner, if you're a billionaire owner, you walk into that clubhouse, and in some way, shape, or form, it shows that you're interested, you care. Your presence alone kind of sparks the players. So it just depends how interactive you are. It also depends how you handle
Unless
a
you're
team.
Mars shot.
Well, that's a whole different. Yeah, you see, it just depends on how you handle the organization. If you handle it in a positive
The
way, and you have
egos
a
and
president.
everybody in the
If
clubhouse,
the
too.
ego or the control or being negative, that's another way. So it all depends.
Do you believe that story about Mars shot? Did you ever hear that story about when they won the World Series, she was pissed off when they swept you guys? Was it you guys they swept?
Oh yeah, they swept us.
And,
That's reminded me.
and she was Marge Shot was reportedly pissed off because
They wanted to play more games.
she wanted to
make
get more
money.
she wanted to get more revenue. So
Absolutely. So the more games you play, the more revenue you get.
So she was
Obviously.
upset.
She wasn't even mad at Lowe's. She
No,
mad
no,
at
no,
Lowe's
no,
early.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
He was on the other team.
I was on the other team.
So he-
she
she-
wanted us.
so-
She wanted them to win in 7 instead of 4.
She wanted
Yeah.
them to win the 7 or 5
more
or
revenue.
6
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
So she wanted more
Sheesh.
revenue. So at the end, when they won the
That's business.
when they won the World Series,
Yeah.
they got the grill out and made hot dogs and hamburgers themselves.
Yeah.
The players did.
Wow, that's weird.
They didn't throw. She didn't throw them a party. She wouldn't pay for the party.
themselves.
Yeah.
She
Now,
was the GM for y'all?
So the owner, Mark Schultz, the
Oh,
owner.
wow. Oh, wow.
now listen.
The owner.
And I don't want to bring up the past about the other thing, but she was known as a very racist owner.
There was definitely double standard there. There was definitely some of that going around. Yes.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. All right, well, listen, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. We want to go ahead and thank everybody. Loopy, you want to let everybody know to subscribe and do all of those things?
Episode 10, make sure y'all tuning in, liking, subscribing, tell your uncles, tell your nieces. I'm sure you got some older uncles who used to fucking love Jose. We here cooking together like family. Like and subscribe and share. Watch this shit and support this shit like you support Game of Thrones and House of Dragons. I fucking dare you.
So,
Damn. We went way off.
Nah, that shit should get a lot of support.
it gets a lot of support.
Niggas fucking say, I read the book. I read the book. You read the Game of Thrones book. You
Yeah.
wild. You doing too much. I wish I had that support.
Yeah. All right, just want to tell everybody thank you. Go ahead, like, subscribe, support, and we'll catch you guys later.
Cashman, make that move. You know you have to now.
You You've heard the headlines, the rumors, the stories, and now you'll hear it from me. I'm here to set the record straight and talk about what really matters. Unfiltered, unapologetic, real. It's time to get things off my chest.